Hey y'all, it's your girl Gemini Jazz with House of Chiron, and we are back with another episode of Galactic Gossip. So, I hope you all have had a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend and all of those wonderful things. And welcome back to my channel. Yes, where you get all of the astro gossip and all the astro news. Yes. So, first and foremost, before we dive into the energy of this coming week, I would like to say thank you for tuning into my channel. If you are new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button right there. Go ahead and also do that little bell thingy that they have where you get the alerts whenever I upload something new. Yeah, that's important. Go ahead and do that as well. If you are a returning person to my channel, what's up? So, a few quick announcements before we go any further. I do have the House of Chiron Celestial City. It is now open. All of the things are there. The readings for the month ahead for April will be uploaded, and y'all will see those in the coming days. If you are, of course, a subscriber to the city, the membership. So yeah, I'm so excited that that is now open for enrollment, and that y'all are going in there and looking and navigating around. So yes, indeed. Also, I do have the trauma conscious full moon healing circle that is happening on the 28th. And that is at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is a virtual event, and that information can be found in the description box below as well. So all the links to all the things that's going on with Gemini Jazz can be found, boom, beneath. So that's it real quick to sum it up, because we got a lot of things to discuss for this week. So I'm just going to dive right on in. All right. So we have the beginning of this week. So this is going to cover March the 21st all the way through, let's just say the remainder of this month. So through like the 28th is when the energy is, that's like the last big thing of the energy. So we just say the end of the month, the 21st through the 30th, 31st, whatever. So at the start of the week, we have, of course, it's Venus moving into Aries. We also have the sun moving into Aries. All of that happened on the 20th and the 21st. So happy solar return, all you beautiful Aries people, all of those things. And then it's also the spring equinox. So happy spring equinox. It is a new astrological year. So I hope you all have a wonderful season of blossoming new opportunities, and things are just blooming for us all. March and April just going to be beautiful in so many different ways. Can't wait for what the summer looks like. So yes. Anywho, so on the 21st, March 21st, we have Venus entering the sign of Aries. Okay, so Aries will be in, Venus will be in Aries until April 14th. And when Venus enters Aries, it's very fiery and passionate, very fierce with love, very fearless also within their love. And it's very fierce when it comes to their values, because Venus rules our values, our self-worth, also our finances. So this is going to give us that energy where we can take more risk with our finances as well, taking more risk within our love and in our partnerships. So we are also going to kind of shift our focus more so on ourselves, our bodies, because Aries is the I am, right? So that's the psychology behind Aries. It's the first sign of the zodiac, and it is I am. So who are you, right? So it's going to be the self-love and the self-care, taking care of your physical body, your physical appearance, and this transit is going to highlight a lot about our values and our self-worth. Right. So during this Venus and Aries transit, we might witness, us taking our physical appearance much more seriously, our physical well-being. You might see people really getting into, exercising and different regimens of that. In every Venus and Aries transit, you see people spend more money on loud color clothing. You also see people spending more money on workout clothing and all those things. That's just Venus and Aries kind of stuff. The vanity is more so geared towards something that is active, right? So watch out for that. So we want to be noticed during this transit. And when we are being noticed, we want to make sure that we look good. It's kind of, you know, a little vain, but more so about self-care and self-love and actually physically taking care of your body. So it's a wonderful time to practice yoga or get into some kind of physical activity, start working out. Wonderful time for that. It's very supportive and beneficial during this transit because we're gearing up for the summer season, right? So spring is going to start with this shift in our love languages and how we are loving ourselves. The focus is going to be on us. We're going to feel proud about our accomplishments, the things that we have come through up until this very point. And Venus is going to be making you know, certain aspects as it navigates through the sign of Aries. So, you know, we have this trine that's happening with Mars and Gemini trining Saturn and Aquarius. So that's going to really amplify, you know, those fields of accomplishment and determination and ambition and, you know, being disciplined. Also, on the 28th, when we have the full moon in Libra, the sun is going to come into a conjunction with Venus and Chiron. So that's going to be opposing the moon. So this is going to be a time to release those areas where we've had low self-esteem, low self-worth, and this regarding our self-image. So all of these things are going to help us align to where it is that we are seeking on this journey where we're trying to go, because the North Node is in Gemini, and that's also going to conjunct Mars, which is trining Saturn in Aquarius. So it's kind of like very loud and very bold. It's time to release and stop forcing these painful patterns and these painful situations and really align to your self-worth and your self-value. Releasing those things that no longer work, releasing those things that just, if you felt like you've been hitting a lot of brick walls or just a lot of walls with trying to pursue something, it's clear as day that that's just not going to work. Try something new. So this is really shifting us, especially with that North Node conjunction to Mars. It's shifting us actively. It's activating that North Node, that destiny and that path that we're supposed to be on. Okay, so also on the 21st, we have Mercury, which is in Pisces now, and it's going to be sextiling Uranus and Taurus at 8 degrees. So this is at the start of the spring equinox and also Aries season, of course. And so we're going to be looking forward to some type of surprising news is going to come in, because Mercury rules information, communication, our thought process, our brains, our nervous system, all of these things. So we can expect to receive some type of information or even something regarding our finances that might be coming in. We could also receive some kind of genius ideas or even meet someone new that we might partner with in business. So on this day, it's a harmonious time to make new friends and to network with like-minded individuals that share your same values. And, you know, we might even find ourselves open-minded to new discoveries, seeing something different, seeing something in a new light or a different point of view. And we will have that because we're connecting with people that are different than what we're used to. So it's more so about opening your mind, being open to these things and letting that information and letting that new genius energy come into play. Okay, so last thing that's happening on the 21st as well, it's a lot going on. We have Mars, which is in Gemini, and it's going to be making a trine to Saturn in Aquarius, and that's at 10 degrees. So Mars is our initiatives, that's our energy, that is how we get things going. So while Saturn is our discipline, our work ethics, and our order, how we do things. So when Mars is making this trine to Saturn, it's giving us that ambition and that perseverance that we need to get through those tough situations, those tough tasks, the projects that we have begun and really didn't finish. Is going to help us get to that completion mode. So this transit is going to be like promoting that ambition to move forward and whatever it is that we need to get done. Like it's get shit done kind of energy. So with Mars and Gemini, that's about, mental things. So having the mental energy, the mental capacities to use that Saturn and Aquarius energy to get things done. And it might be through technology, because Gemini rules social media, Aquarius rules technology. So we might be feeling a little bit, with Saturn and Aquarius, we might feel like we are bogged down with technology. So it might feel like there needs to be some type of breakthrough or some type of release through these energies, right? So it's a great day for us to finalize or make some type of commitment to something, whether it's a relationship, because Gemini rules relating, right? So it could be finalizing a commitment to a relationship because it's going to give that longevity, that long lasting energy. And, you know, it's Mars. Mars is ambitious with several types of energies, right? So just put it on out there. Anywho, with this might even increase our sex drive, right? And you know, when you have that Mars and Gemini energy and it's making that trine to Saturn, Saturn is very disciplined, very ordered. So it might even give that energy off depending on how this is aspected in your chart. Cool. So finally, we're off of March 21st and we can move on to March the 23rd, where we will have Mercury, which is in Pisces, making a square to Mars in Gemini at 11 degrees. Okay, so this is about our thoughts, our communication, once again, may speed up. Okay, also, we might have a tendency to make irrational and impulsive decisions with this transit because Mars is very quick action forward, action oriented. And Mercury in Pisces doesn't really pay attention to the details. It's kind of very, let me go with the flow, rose colored lenses. When you see things, your perceptions aren't very clear. So our need to act, well, we might actually speak or even take action before we process the complete thought. So, you know, it might be a need to think, process before you actually take any action, before you actually do anything, like, you know, make any decisions, especially. So just being very careful. And also this might even induce some type of like aggression or hostility within our interpersonal relationships. So miscommunications might be there. You might not be receiving the information or the message very clearly. So keep that in mind. We also might have some ideas that come to surface with some intense moments of inspiration as well. You know, there's Mars and Gemini. Gemini has lots of ideas. So even then, it might cause us to jump to conclusions or jump into something before really seeing what it really is without carefully thinking about it. And, you know, our vibes might be a little bit more irritable and assertive because of these energies, because it's kind of like that antsy energy. So make sure that we are making important decisions on another day, not this day, not on the 23rd. Okay, so moving forward to March the 26th, we will have Mars making a conjunction to the North Node in Gemini at 13 degrees, right? So 13 is a 4. This is about the foundation. So when Mars comes into a conjunction with any planet, it's going to amplify that planet's energy. In this case, it's the lunar nodes of the moon. It's the North Node. So this is our destiny. This is our purpose. So it's activating that energy. It's putting us on path to where it is that we are destined to go. So Mars is conjuncting this North Node in Gemini. Is going to help us align to that path. It's an activation, also an elimination, because what we failed to really discuss about Mars energy is not only does it initiate something, but it also cuts and removes things. So we can look at it as Mars is here to remove the debris from what has already been upheavaled, what's already been torn down. So it's removing that debris in order for us to forge through on that voyage or forge through on the path that we are setting out, you know, we're embarking on, kind of like clearing out the things that are no longer needing to be there. So that might be something as well. It's like activating it, but also it could come in the form of something being removed as well. So, and this transit happens about every 2 years, this Mars conjunct the North Node. It happens about every 2 years to give us like a sense of clear understanding of our purpose, as well as the ambition and the strength to pursue it. So also on the 26th, we have the sun in Aries now, and it's going to be conjunct Venus in Aries at 5 degrees. So this is positive change and transformation. Okay, so sun is our ego, life force, it's our vitality, our creative self-expression, it's our purpose, it's our soul expression. So when you pair that planet, I mean, when you pair the sun with the planet of love, beauty, and finances and pleasures, we tend to seek our pleasures through entertainment, you know, expressing ourselves in different ways. relaxation and harmony within our interpersonal relationships might come into play as well. So today is a great day on the 26th to like have fun with children, because the sun represents children as well as our inner child. Do something that's going to be fun on this day, and make sure that when you're spending your money that you're using that sun energy, because the sun is going to actually show us great bargains and great things. And because on this day we might actually feel like we need to go shopping on things that's going to like redecorate our home, or something that's on beauty, shopping, clothes, something like that. Make sure that you're using that sun energy to see deals, not the other end of it where you are overspending, where you aren't really paying attention to your money, where you are overindulging, right? Because we still have Mercury and Pisces at this time, so it's not seeing things completely clear. So allow that sun to show you things clearly. Okay, so with that, we all might feel, love within our love life and have a love for life on this day, and just being really grateful with what it is that we have. And on this is actually what we like to call the Venus star point. So this is where you might find some opportunities within money, within love and relationships. If you're not in a relationship, you might actually get into one or meet someone that can actually turn into a relationship. And if you're already in a pre-existing relationship, it might bring some wonderful opportunities to deepen your love and your connection, having some fun with your loved ones. And this might be a great day to, touch up on your beauty, go get your hair cut, go get some new makeup, go get some new fresh clothes, some nice kicks, something. All right, so this energy is going to allow us to embrace our confidence, because the sun is about confidence, and also give us that confidence to start a new chapter, whatever and wherever it is leading us. Cool? All right, so the last thing that I'm going to discuss today is this full moon that is happening at 8 degrees in Libra. Okay, I've been waiting to talk about this. All right, so this is a super full moon in Libra. This is also known as the full I can never say that, full that moon, okay? So it's going to illuminate the sky at the end of March on the 28th, right? So we are going to be balancing things right at the beginning of spring, because Libra is about balance, it's diplomacy, it's fairness, and it's order, right? It's about justice. So Aries season, it's the astrological new year. So at the very beginning of this, we are going to balance out those energies that are actually imbalanced within our lives. So this full moon is going to show us these things, right? It's going to show us what it is that needs to be balanced out or completely removed and released with this full moon. So it's a worm moon because during this time, let's kind of do some history. It was called the worm moon because the soil is warm enough for the worms to come into the soil. And that lets you know that things are going to start blooming, things are going to start germinating, like your plants and your flowers and all these different things. So, and this is going to help us see those seeds that we have been planting previously. We're going to see them starting to sprout, right? Just a little bit to see the full bloom of it, right? So this is like that endless possibility kind of vibe. So happening at 8 degrees, 8 is the number of our infinite possibilities. It's also the number that represents balance, it's wholeness. It's also abundance and wealth in its many forms. So, and it's up to us to actually tap into that energy in order to balance out those imbalances, be within that wholeness within ourselves, and invite that harmony into our lives, whether it's in our finances, our values, our partnerships, whatever it is, our business, whatever. So we will be able to see the beauty in the coming days. So full moon, we'll see this, around Libra season when we're able to actually plant new seeds from what has actually, blossomed when we have the next Libra new moon. Okay, and that's in Libra season. So keep that in mind. Also, Libra is about, since it's the diplomat, it's about social justice and, all these different things. So it kind of brings up some questions about social justice, what that looks like for you, what's going on in your life that is not fair, where you can find that fairness and that balance in your life. So, it's about keeping the peace, being harmonious. It's a beautiful time. Love on yourself and love your peoples, okay? So Make sure that you are releasing all of those things that are imbalanced in your life, or you're finding the balance of all those things that are imbalanced, right? Some things just might not necessarily need to be completely released, but they might actually need to be balanced out. It needs to have some kind of, push and pull. Because if you think about what a full moon is, it is the sun, which is our personality, it's our ego, it's our life force. And it's making an opposition to the moon, which is our emotional capacity. So balance out those things on an emotional level. The moon represents our safety and our security as well. So where it is that your ego is not feeling safe in certain areas, finding that healthy balance of that ego, right? So that is all that I have for Galactic Gossip. And I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. Okay. And also check the description box for all the things, all the announcements that I mentioned earlier. And yeah, if y'all are signed up for House of Chiron Celestial Circle, I will see you there. Bye.